This is the TIP Network, where we help you level up through self-improvement with a little sprinkle of sarcasm on top. So unfortunately,
we're talking about Fresh and Fit once again.
Every time we try to get out, they pull us back in.
And you know what? The latest video I'm working on is the lead attorneys. Why is series? But unfortunately, it seems like Fresh and Fit made an ass of themselves by bringing in an industry-backed name, an Asian doll, or Asian Da Brat, as I've come to find out. Very beautiful girl, by the way.
Yeah, you like that, don't you?
DMs. But
this fool right here, just chocolate. No,
but the thing is, Fresh and Fit seem to be very ignorant the fact that Asian doll has the industry backing her.
Well, I mean, I look at this as two different ways. I look at this culturally and business-wise.
Okay.
So culturally, it's very interesting to me how Fresh and Fit, I mean, they have this kind of, I don't know any other way to say it except like a covert racism and a just out-in-your-face blatant racism.
What about the black dating app called Black? It's funny, I never used that one, bro, but hey, man.
I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man.
LaQuisha.
Yeah. Me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that.
Man.
We ain't night riders.
Nah,
so
bro, I'm good.
You know, sometimes if they're, you know, red bone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep. And this is towards black women, right? And I don't know how else to say it. I can't articulate it a better way. So, I mean, of course, they had the racist remarks about Abba and Preach making them sound like an ape. And then, you know, Myron and both Fresh said they're not, you know, like, we're not down with the brown, or you don't want to marry a Shaniqua or Shanae or whatever they said, right? Everybody has seen the ways that they treat light-skinned women or white women differently than black women on the show. Now, I just want to combat a couple of things because, I mean, DJ Academics, who is an excellent content creator, a giant in a space, said that, hey, Myron holds everybody accountable. But then he, in the same sentence, went back and said, except Kodak Black. Because Kodak Black had new shoes, so he didn't have to take off his shoes. And during the stream, Kodak Black was on the phone. And Myron doesn't allow phones in there. So it's not for everybody. So culturally, he understands that sometimes the bigger the guest, the rules bend a little. And so this didn't happen with Asian Doll. Also, culturally, I could tell that Myron hasn't really been involved with talking to, I guess I want to say, Southern City girls, right? I mean, yes, he's in Miami where he gets girls with clout, but if he doesn't like girls like that, and he's not going to talk to a girl like that, then he would have recognized, if he was talking to them, that what she said to him at first wasn't disrespectful. It was either flirtatious or meant to diffuse the situation.
So what did she say at first?
Well, just to set up the situation, she was talking a little, and there was a side conversation, and Myron kept addressing the girl next to her. No more side conversation. No more side conversation. What she said was, "You mean." Right? And the way she said it, and I got to give a shout out to Duke and Don on their podcast, because I noticed this, and I was like, she's not really mad at him when she said that.
He mean as
You're mean as There was no anger. There was no back and forth. And you'll see a difference between that versus when she really gets heated.
Whole show.
Yeah, she's been doing it the whole show. I'm not mean as have rules. Simple.
All right, go ahead. It's
Boom. You see when that all changed? When he got in. Like, he got serious.
damn.
What I look for in a man in club, porching me.
Hold on. Excuse me?
You mean.
I'm not.
You mean.
I mean at all.
Okay, I don't care.
Have you been here the whole time?
No.
All right, then. So you don't know what was
I
happening,
don't
right?
give a fuck.
Okay, then. So how are you going to come on somebody's show, not know what go down, and say, oh, you're mean?
It don't matter. I can say what I want.
Okay, well, you can get...
You notice how the tone changed? It went from, you're mean as to don't matter. I don't give a When she want to give you a tongue lashing, especially a black woman, she got no problem coming at you. And society will back her up. They'll give her a medal after she's done.
I noticed this, and I was like, she's not really mad at him when she said that. And then
You mean.
they just drove the point home by saying, no, she was flirting. And if he would have seen that look, he says, if I see a look like that, I'm all up on it, right? And I
know for sure damn well I would.
Well, we already know you're all up on it anyway, Scott. Scott's in the DMs like we're sorry, ma'am, that Scott's been in your DMs, but you know, just
pull on Myron.
Just ignore him. He'll go away. Psych, he ain't never quit. But like the first the first talk was flirtatious. It wasn't a situation where it was angry. And then as he wouldn't let it go, then she just told him, "You're a grown ass man. Why are you upset because I said you're me?" And then it turned evil. It turned something that it shouldn't have turned. So culturally, I can tell that he's not used to dealing with a variety of women. He's not used to dealing with a variety of people. Maybe because he's a former law enforcement agent, a federal agent, as he says. Maybe he's just...
I think he might be doing a lot of office work, because if you're working in the field, you do experience many kinds of people.
But those people that you see are only through one lens as bad guys. You're not bumping up into great people. And so if he's bumping into bad folks with that, perhaps he just believes that they're just bad folks. And maybe he just has that stereotype of that type of lady as doing a certain type of thing and doesn't have value. In general, it's just stupid. You bring someone on, and also culturally, you bring someone on and she... already probably uncomfortable because she's there with a bunch of girls. She was late. Hey, she's a rapper. Rappers are always late. I mean, there's a clip of Snoop Dogg who was like 8 hours late, and he was streaming, and he was like, "I went to get chicken wings." Okay.
You're 5 hours late here, and
Man, shut the f*** up. Come on, man.
No, we just saw you on Twitter from the border.
I'm 5 hours late. I'm here. Be happy I'm here and ask some real questions.
Just wondering why you were so late.
I was late because I went to go get some chicken wings.
In Europe, it's just one of the things. It's one of the problems of working with a certain amount of artists. A certain amount of artists operate on their own time. So she was late. The other girls were talking. The other girl was talking to her on side conversations. Of course, Myron is trying to keep the conversations not overlapping so you can have a good stream. But what you say and how you react is different. So you bring somebody in there with a bunch of other ladies. She needs to be the center of attention because she's your guest. She's your guest of honor. And the idiotic, simple thinking of that we're going to treat her like everyone else. First of all, she did not show up on your stream for free. Don't say she showed up on your stream for free. We know she's paid.
And what makes you think that?
Because nobody who's in that industry working that angle is going to show up on a smaller content creator stream for free. And
Can I read some stats?
Go on.
So Asian Doll, as known as Asian Da Brat, her YouTube following is 356,000 subscribers. But the thing is, she's only released 25 videos, which average about 300,000 to plus streams or video views. And so I imagine the money is coming in on that because it's music. So wherever her music is played, it probably is copyrighted, and the record company that she is backed by.
Oh, well, Gucci Mane's label. And Warner
Gucci Mane's
label and Warner Group. And we'll talk about that cultural part about it next.
So she's getting money on money off of her own music. And this is YouTube. But here's where the numbers really increase. Is on TikTok, she has 1.1 million followers.
Huge content creator.
Then on Twitter, you guys might not be on Twitter, but trust me, the things I know about Twitter, once you got 1.1 million followers also on Twitter, a person with her status and her influence can really shape the narrative of the culture by just sending out one tweet, getting all her fans up in a frenzy.
Yeah.
And if you've been checking out some of the Twitter comments in the section, it's getting real hot. And in fact, let me read a couple.
Oh, well, here we go.
Let me read a couple.
That hive is out at him, huh? I wonder what her hive is called, because all of those ladies with like they have the beehive, and everyone has their own hive, and when they come for you, it's over, man.
The China shop.
The China
Asian
hive,
doll.
Asian hive, whatever, dude.
Anyway, so Asian Doll was serving bars like a champ before I even know who King Von was. That's why I mentioned all the different followings. So the people pushing the narrative that she's King Von's ex, need to relax. She's a whole rapper before and after, which is true because she's been making music for 5+ years. King Von, his time active in the industry where he blew up big was 2018 to 2020. So it's untimely passing. So then one of the people, one of her fans on Twitter says, Asian Doll knew all she had to do was walk off because Shorty in real life dangerous. And we'll get more into that. But if you know anything about her past, her affiliations, her associations, not only is she industry backed, but she's also has people that's running around the underground that's affiliated with
Well, I mean,
entities that could get really dangerous.
It's just a different world.
Different world.
It's just a different world. So look, podcasters podcast.
Wait, give me a couple more. These people just don't know what happened to N-word for talking crap to Asian Doll in the studio. Like, this could go left no matter who you is. Then Asian Doll and Rick Ross taught us to choose peace over violence. So that's just a couple I wanted to highlight.
So and a lot of these comments say a lot. So you got 1.1 million folks who are commenting on this, and they have no idea who Fresh and Fit are, nor do they care who Fresh and Fit is. You know who they are as an entity, right? Mm-hmm. And Fresh and Fit would only have someone bigger than them on their platform to try to get their fans. And so culturally, looking at this, Asian Doll, she signed to Gucci Mane's label, and look, Gucci Mane is just to talk about, and no, not to disparage Gucci Mane. I actually really like Gucci, right? Everybody likes Gucci Mane, right? I mean, Gucci Mane is the champ of the streets, right? Gucci Mane, during his verses with Young
G. Gucci Mane or Gucci Mane?
Gucci Mane.
Okay.
Yeah, Gucci Mane, he released, like when he was in verses, his first song he went with verses was a song against Young Jeezy talking about how he shot Jeezy's boy for invading his home. So, I mean, you're dealing with real street cats here, and I know all you folks is like, you know, he's an ex-federal agent. He'll grab his gun, this and that. You're dealing with a different level of and violence that you shouldn't be involved in because you know what? And it's going to go to the next thing. And these things bleed into each other. The business aspect of it, and it all goes together. What Fresh and Fit is trying to do is gain a more universal audience. They want to go mainstream.
If you want to keep growing and you want to appeal to the mainstream, you're going to have to water it down. You're going to have to stop kicking out guests. You're going to have to really watch how you speak to certain individuals and certain women. If you're going towards a certain realm, unfortunately, you got a little bit pussyfied. You can't be niche and mainstream at the same time. If you're going towards mainstream, Asian Doll ain't the biggest thing in the world, but she's in that black woman bubble. Even though they might not with her, they with what she represents, because she's a lot of these chicks.
And, you know, DJ Academic said, you know, he's their boy, and he said they want to go mainstream. And it's to the point now where, like, I was watching the Adam 22 No Jumper show, and his folks there, after they watched what he said about, like, not dating black women, all of Adam No Jumper's co-hosts, they're black, right? And they said, Adam, these are the dudes you're caping for. These
when you say Bonquisha,
crazy.
You refer to black women, put them in the same sentence with ratchet,
and you putting
and
all
stuff
these
like you. Nah, I'll that.
If you were hanging out with a bunch of racist ass white dudes who thought that they were being funny, talking
if
about
you said that, you're dumb.
Yeah. But you would expect to hear a racist white dude say that.
That's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, just keeping it real. I don't really date black girls. It's not because like most black girls are like annoying. How to put this ratchet, and they don't know how to like be reserved. You're like the complete opposite.
You are not the stereotype. You are not the stereotype.
You are not the same. That's awesome.
So we'll give you that compliment too.
You can have the same energy for all women. You feel me? If you're gonna do that, but when you say that you're not down with brown and you don't date that's where you cross the line.
But Asian Doll is a famous rapper, so at the end of the day, if you're going to have a famous rapper on the show, you should probably expect that you're going to have to show her some respect if she's going to be out.
Like, these are guys you standing for?
What's the biggest issue with that?
The biggest issue is that it turns out to this, and the cultural and the business is starting to collide here a little. Culturally, Fresh and Fit has made their stance of being black people in their white red pill space. Let's just be honest. You know, just kind of like Donovan Sharp. He's a black guy, but he's like, hey, the white people didn't accept me, the black people didn't accept me, I'm more comfortable over here. And Fresh and Fit's the same way, and they've kind of staked their claim there. But they use the N-word freely. They're also, especially Fresh, he's also really, they're culture vultures because they're living off the culture, especially Fresh CEO. He's dressed like a rapper. You know, he's not dressed like a CEO. He's not dressed like a businessman. He's not dressed like a podcaster. He's dressed like a rapper to attract people. Maybe it helps his networking. Who cares, right? But that's what he's doing. These guys are building their image off of being black. They said they were black guys, except over time and time again, they hit on black women. And look, I understand disagreeing with something someone says, but you're taking it to a point where watching this situation with this artist who left, they first he said you can leave, I don't give a and then she just left because she didn't feel comfortable. You're trying to go mainstream. Culturally, you're not prepared to deal with that mainstream audience that you're trying to appeal to.
This is why we talk to women, and we have to include women in the conversation. If the manosphere has any hope to even go mainstream, you need to have women in here. If y'all want to really, really go mainstream, you need black women. Asian Doll has pull, especially when it comes to black women, especially when it comes to the younger, the Megan Thee Stallion, city girl type of black women, dog. She has that market on lock. Having someone like Asian Doll, who's at least influential, particular niche of women, and that kind of niche of women is what's perpetuating most mainstream cultures right now. That's not your normal girl, or that's not your average girl, right? You could talk to any girl any sort of way, but there are certain women with certain things around them that you got to talk to them different.
That's why you have her on here. You're trying to appeal to her audience. Culturally, you're not ready to do that. And honestly, now you're in a situation where the machine has turned against you. And this is the evidence that the machine has turned against you business-wise. As always, we thank you for rocking with us. Like and subscribe, share this, hit the notifications, and you can follow me at I am Gorilla1 on the gram. You can follow this man at
Scott.Tieee. I'm checking the Instagram a little bit more lately.
Looking for them DMs.
Yeah.
Looking for them DMs. He's on the Instagram.
Hey, if I screw up our business because of the DMs.
You ain't screwing up shit because of the DMs. I'll throw your ass out the window.
All right, so we got that. And follow us on all our social media networks at the TIP Network.
Yes.
In one combined THPP Network. Even our YouTube channel is now TIP Network.
Yes.
Got it. Stands for the Happiness Podcast Project.
Right.
So, and what else?
Big shout out to the TLA, the lead attorney. Big shout out to Grind and Motivate. Big shout out to Authentic Alphas.
Nixon
Big
Talks.
shout out to Nixon Talks. Big shout out to Duke and Don.
Blacklight
Podcast. People that we've just been communicating with. It's great conversations, and we look forward to talking to you folks in the future. Ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? Booty in your face.
Oh. Booty in your face. I missed next time.
No, just one more. One more time. All right, okay. Ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip?
Booty in your face. I thought you said you guys say booty in your face.
I know. I just. You said it was so funny. All right. Ask yourself one burning question.
Can you handle the tip?
Boom. Booty in your face. We out.
Yeah. Peace.
You gotta edit the out of that last part, boy.